Today is Wednesday, January 10, 2024, and you're looking at a chart of the SPY or spiders. It's currently 10 minutes after 9 a.m. Eastern, about 20 minutes before the market opens. And you can see the 7 levels that have been identified to trade against today in the E-mini futures. We'll take a look at how these levels and subsequent trades played out after the closing bell this afternoon. Here we are at the end of the trading session. The spiders hit 3 of our calculated levels, produced 2 trades. One of the trades where 2 levels were averaged in together, and that trade gave a base hit on the combined position. And there was also a trade taken at a level that was not on the chart from this morning. It was a level that was developed in real time. It worked the same as the other trades. We'll discuss all the levels. You'll notice that the relevant levels for today have the 5-cent buffer applied already. These were the exact numbers for the trigger points for the E-mini trades that were taken. At 9:45 a.m., the spiders were heading up toward 475.80, but they started falling away. I had an order to go short at this level if they got there, but also had an order to go long at 473.25 if they got down there. But as they were heading down, I noticed something interesting, and I want to show you that right now. The gap left over from yesterday, which closed at 473.86, was almost exactly the 61.8% retracement from this low to this high that the spiders were currently making. So I took another trade, and I'll show you that trade right now. This is just a 1-minute chart, but there was clues from other time frames that I was looking at that there was a good reason to start buying if the spiders got down to that gap left over from yesterday, and then I would continue to buy all the way down to 473.25, or just buy again and just average in if they got down there. So I just put a manual order in at the corresponding level in the E-minis, and you can see the trade now. That was the first base hit of the day that I got from this level that, like I said, was not on the board this morning. We'll just let this trade play out. It was a pretty quick base hit, and that was the low of the day. The spiders never got down to the level that was calculated earlier in the morning. So I'll just put the dotted line here at the chart at the level that I did take, although it wasn't here this morning. And so the next trade was up when the spiders got to 475.80, and that was a short trade, and the spiders did hit that the first time a few minutes after 1 p.m., and I took a recording of that trade as well. We'll take a look at that. This was a quick trade, just a few minutes when it hit to pull back for a base hit. And what I do when orders are keyed in to trigger the E-mini trades automatically is I use this chart trading tool just to add the base hit profit target limit order on the chart manually. Oftentimes the reaction is pretty quick, so you want to have the limit order in soon to grab it. You could do other methods like an order sends order or something, but I'm just partial to the chart trading. So this was the first base hit of the day, and let's take a look at the next level. I should say it was the first official base hit of the day. I already had the one in my pocket from before that wasn't on the chart this morning. But the next trade to develop was when the spiders hit 476.63, and this one took a while to play out. I'll just start this recording and kind of talk through how it played out. The first part of the trade was activated when the spiders hit 476.63, as you just witnessed. They did come down a little, but not enough. They came about 1 ES point away from the base hit profit target, and I would typically start to consider that kind of behavior a near miss, and they'd be willing to just take a wash if they got back to the entry point and continue to hang out there for a while. But I knew this whole area up here was a pretty important zone for sufficient resistance, and I was willing to sell again if they got to 477.45. And at this point, I could tell by the information that I was seeing in my other charts that this trade could take a while to play out. So I'll just scrub ahead here. I recorded the entire time, but like I said, it was about an hour. So it did come up to 477.45. It actually hit that on the button about right here. I'll let this go. It hit 477.45 to the penny, but for some reason my activation trigger didn't enter the short position automatically. So I added a manual trade there. I just went short again. You can see it hit there on the penny, but nothing happened. So I spent a little bit of time trying to figure this out, but I would have went ahead and sold short manually up there, and I didn't get the precise level of the E-minis as if it had triggered automatically. But it didn't really matter because after the trade, after letting it marinate for a while, they did fall back down per the original design. And you'll notice I didn't wait for the full 4 ES points. Instead of $800, it was $725 for 2 contracts up there, well, 4 total, because I just didn't get the precise number. It was not as high as it would have been if the trigger activation had worked, if that makes sense. So this was the third official base hit for the day, the fourth for me, one we talked about earlier. But so far, it was a pretty good day, and it did not hit any other levels. Let me let this one play out. You can see that trade. We'll go back to the tracking log or the chart now. So these levels were satisfied, and as you can see, no other levels were hit. They had bounced around these levels, but just first time is the best time. I just trade on the first hit. We'll take a look at this, the tracking log now. And here you see the 3 official base hits for 12 ES points. You saw all 3 trades happening in the live recordings. And if you find this approach interesting and or helpful, I'd like to hear about it. So leave a comment or question. Let me know your thoughts on this trading strategy. And please like and subscribe if you're so inclined, because that will go a long way to help get these videos help the videos gain traction. Thanks, and have a great day.